It happened long, long ago. Star Wars is science fantasy. Get over it. It's science fantasy for a good reason. They don't try to explain things, and that's a good thing. Because it's supposed to be magical. It's fucking space wizards against space evil wizards. Which is cool. Waypoint Station. Alright, so we're talking to somebody who's actually like read the books here, right? And I think by Waypoint Station, you meant Centerpoint Station in the Carillion series, right, Bones? The ones that Jaken and Jaina unlocked through the Force. Like, so those were amazing books. I really love those. And they also gave something for Lando to do. He like ran out there and almost got burned to a crisp. But they actually like gave him something cool to do in those books. And they activated Centerpoint. I forget what the fuck actually happened at Centerpoint, but they had a really good timeline, and that's one of the things I'm really glad about with like Thrawn is actually canon or whatever, right? With the latest from Disney. Which, if anybody's read any Star Wars or listened to any Star Wars audiobooks, Grand Admiral Thrawn has the best series by Timothy Zahn. Because it's just good stories. The headcanon. The wrench simply implies stuff the fans figured out. Yeah, that's the whole point. The whole point of science fiction is more to have like a reasonable scaffolding around which you build your story. And science fantasy is just, you know, space magic and the rest. Which is more about like the morals of what's going on and the message, and less about like the reality. Yeah, middle school, Young Jedi Knights. I don't remember much about that. The Young Jedi Knights, that was like where they gave everybody a lightsaber and they all had their different colors, and it was a little bit kind of stupid, but they were entertaining. Nice, we're actually downing these guys pretty well. We're downing these guys. What kind of verb is that for an action upon a person? We're downing them. That's to be considered kind of weird. Alright, so there's 9 of them, 12 of us. We're doing alright. Morals and message. 2001 Space Odyssey. Yeah, we're going to end up in somebody's foyer. A space foyer. Open the bayside doors, Harold. Open the bayside doors. I can't do that, Fighter Ganger. I can't let you do that. We're gonna get these fuckers eventually. Like, these guys have decent armor, and I'm playing like crap right now. But we're somehow not dead. So, I'm all for it. I can't do that, Dave. It's one of those movies, like, I think there was a really good review of science fiction movies by Red Letter Media, and the guy described like the spectrum of like good to bad sci-fi movies, and it was like good boring ass sci-fi movies and like exciting everything is magic sci-fi movies, and like in between sucks. But like you've got like Star Trek, old school Star Trek, and like 2001 Space Odyssey, boring stupid, like, well, not stupid, but intellectual sci-fi. And then you've got Star Wars on the other side, which is like exciting action fantasy. And if you get stuck in the middle, you're just, it sucks. And I thought that was very accurate. Nice. Shot him in the face. I don't really know how much arrows do against Zombros, but they're doing some work. Keep them down for at least 20 minutes. They can't hit anything. Now, I don't know if it's because my guys are good or because they're bad. This guy has armor, though. I can see that from here. And we have more. We just need to... we need to end some of these bastards. Alright, so let's do it. We got his head. That's important. We're gonna post up with a spear wall. This guy's untouched. We can't stun him, so we're just gonna swing at him. Man, those misses are gonna come back and haunt us, kind of like these fucking zombies. I don't like this fight. We've gotten too lucky so far. And we're playing on Iron Man. We can't like reload the save, so like getting lucky is not a good strategy. I just like we're getting dodges, but like maybe it's because we have good armor or something that we're able to deflect them. But it's still like I'm a little uneasy at the moment. Like we shouldn't be alive right now. We should be toast. We should be toast. Like burnt toast. Like you forgot that you even... yeah, see, here we go. We should be like the toast that's like too crispy, where you don't even put anything on it. Where it's not even salvageable. Like a lot of toast is salvageable. You might be able to like pick off half of it and eat some of it that's not completely fucking burned, but like we should be the toast where there's nothing left. It's literally like your first concern is putting out the smoke detector and not about actually eating any food. That's where we are right now. And that's what concerns me, is that we're not there right now. Carbonized toast, yes. That's the technical term for it is carbonized. And we're actually hitting people. No toast left, just ash. Shh. I am the toast now. Alright, so we're gonna try to shoot these guys. No promises. Cadius. I'm not sure what you mean there, Bones. I'm probably missing a reference or something, which is not very surprising, given my knowledge of a lot of those comes from earlier in my life. But there's so much extended universe stuff that I don't even know, so... Darth Cadius. Which one was Darth Cadius? Like, I know there was, one of the solo kids turned into an evil bastard, but I didn't read that part. I didn't actually catch that. I know a lot of people were really pissed off that it's not canon anymore. Yeah, let's stab him in his stupid face. I can't believe we're not getting hit by these guys. We're in the middle of the fucking swamp. Tired. and we're winning. We haven't even had like a bad, stupid death where it's like, oh, that's just the game being the game. Yeah, that's him. All right. I remember there was some bullshit where people were just like, man, the Force is so random in published content there, where sometimes it's you can't lift a lightsaber out of the snow, and at other times you can hurl a meteor into a planet and blow it up just because you're a little pissed off for some reason. Which is always one of those things that kind of made sense in a nonsensical way, is that doing things that were unimaginably powerful were possible because the Force wasn't actually something that was reasonable. It was basically based on your frame of mind. So if you thought something was incredibly difficult, that you wouldn't be able to do it because you're thinking too much. And that was the whole like let go and all that. Unlearn what you have learned. That task that's impossible is actually very easily possible. You're just making it impossible yourself. The basis for Super Saiyan. Hey now, Super Saiyans are legendary. I just love that. Let your anger go. We have this character who's based off of being really peaceful and shit, and then we introduce him as like the peaceful person. You know, like, oh, there's no peaceful Saiyans. They're all war-hungry villains. And so to develop Goku's character arc, we have him become angry. It's like everyone else has done this in your entire race, and they couldn't become Super Saiyans, but you can because you're pure of heart. And then Vegeta becomes a Super Saiyan, and I love the Team 4-star version of that, where he's like, I wanna be a Super Saiyan, and just he gets so upset as like a little baby man child. Then he transforms. There's more than one way to achieve the goal. God, these fuckers just keep coming back. When is this battle gonna end? Team 4-star is better than the original. And some of them are actually doing the voice acting for some of the games and things like that, if you catch it. They're like professionals now. Yes. Mustache. 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 Alright, good. We got one. We have literally one enemy left. He's right here in a bucket hat. He's near death. Near undeath, I guess. Can we kill him? Alright, we're done. Fucking finally. Really into voice acting. Well, I know nothing about voice acting. Holy shit, that one map took like 20 million years because of all that. Did we leveled up? We leveled up quite a few guys. This mercenary company is doing it. It's doing God's work here. And God's work is killing Zambros. Guy with shield. What do we do with guy with shield and spear? Is there any like spear mastery? What does it do? Skills build up 25%. Spear wall is no longer disabled. Alright, we absolutely need that skill. Alright, we got the fisherman. Fisherman is getting... He's fearless and gluttonous. He's a fat, fearless man. He doesn't care. You put a pizza in front of him, and he's like, I'm gonna eat that pizza. Even if it's too hot and it burns his mouth, he's gonna eat that pizza. He's just without fear. So you're sending signals to the midichlorians. I don't know. How do the midichlorians, like, I guess you're saying they're nanobots, how do they exert action over a distance then? Like, I don't see any little waves of little nanobots leaving your body and performing that action. This is a pole arm. A pole arm? What do we get with pole arms? 25% less fatigue. I don't really think that's useful. We don't need shields. We'll take dodges just because dodges is pretty standard, but let's get some basics going up here. And we have an archer. He's leveling up archery things like shooting and then shooting things. And shooting things also helps. Let's give him crippling strikes. He'll do more damage. And by damage, I mean critical damage. And critical damage is important because critical damage is double damage, or whatever the hell it is. Where'd the music go? Music is gone. It's quiet time now, guys. Shh. Shh. Being quiet. Very quiet. I'm gonna sneak up on the lair. Okay, the music's back. We're good. I also need to go refill my glass. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Sorry about the drop. Alright, well, we're back after dropping our headset on the floor and nearly killing ourselves on the stairs going up the stairs because I live in a basement. It's my basement. I own the basement. It's a nice basement. You know, I'm gonna have to read up a little bit on that, Bones. I don't know as much as I probably should about all that stuff. Okay, so we're going to the lair of the unspeakable. It's so overgrown with tall grass, weeds, and blackened trees that it needn't even have a keep outside. But it does anyway. Okay, so... My precious. Yes, yes. Basically, I left the corporate shelter of Amazon over in Seattle to move back to my hometown of Spokane on the east side of Washington so I can work on cool stuff like Dashkin and kind of get the man off my back. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. And I specifically, like, when I was looking for a house over here, I wanted a basement. It was really funny. I was talking to the real estate agents, and they're like, oh, well, this place has, like, a nice yard, and it's got a garden. I'm like, no, I want a basement. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, no, just, like, only show me places with basements. And the lady realtor was just, she was just like, well, here's a list. She probably thought I was insane. I mean, probably worse than me, but... it was fun. More undead. These guys are toast. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to store. Actually, the cool thing about having a basement is you can store stuff. And that has also been really, really good. Because you can, like, tell them you're a programmer. You know, I did tell them I was a programmer. But the thing is, it's Spokane. Like, the east side of Spokane is all farmland and not kind of techie, more worky. So when you say, like, I'm a programmer, they're like, oh, that's cool. And they have no idea what it means. We don't even have a Whole Foods over here, guys. Like, we have, like, a petition to get a Whole Foods. There was that South Park episode about, like, how South Park got a Whole Foods. Literally, I was joking that was about Spokane, because that's us. We're those people. Every house has a basement. Well, Central Europe has been through so many goddamned invasions. Wait, Central Europe. Oh, I'm thinking Eastern Europe. Let's get those spears out there. Yeah, every programmer has a basement. Programmers are set to crumble in sunlight. Yes, we do crumble in sunlight, but it's kind of slow. It's not like... not common in North England. Well, what kind of terrain is North England? Like, I guess it's more of like if places flood a lot, then I would expect there not to be basements, because basements can be a real frickin' problem if you don't have any drainage. God, this guy, there's more fucking arrows in. Yeah, you are an island. He is an island? I thought no man is an island. But here you are in Twitch chat saying that he is actually a physical island. I don't know what to believe anymore. I believe in spear walls. Spear walls are doing some frickin' work. He doesn't even have a weapon. He's just biting at us. That's gross. You're gross. You're gross. A very sophisticated, friendly island. Now I'm trying to think of any friendly islands that I've ever run into. You live further out of town. Well, I know a lot of the European, like, Eastern European stuff where they'd have basements and they have all that. Like, if you, in the middle of Turkey, I know, basically in medieval times, in ancient times there, they'd retreat into tunnels under their towns because the steppe nomads would come over and there was no way to defend themselves, so they'd retreat underground. So it's kind of a history of learning and developing underground fortifications, which leads into having basements, because you know how they work. But yeah, one of the big things in Spokane with basements is we're downwind of the nuclear plant Hanford, and that's where a lot of the nuclear stuff was handled in the U.S. So, like my basement, I had to get it checked for radioactive gas, radon, and it actually tested like way positive. And of course, the previous owners had no idea that this existed. Like I talked to the guys next door, and I was like, "Hey, you should probably like get your basement tested for radioactive gas, because I did, and it's 4 times the safe limit." And he's like, "I sleep in the basement. I've slept in the basement for the last 10 years." I'm like, "I'm gonna get that checked, buddy." Yeah, I've got like I went to Costco, and I got like sacks of potatoes and onions and stuff in the other room. And I make a lot of burritos and awesome food out of that stuff. But it's just sitting there cold in this little area, and I don't have to look at it. It's great. What gas? Radon gas. Radon's a heavy gas that settles, and it seeps in through the soil. So it's not really about Hanford or whatever, but I kind of just play it up. But it comes into your house, into the lowest points, and it slowly kills you from the inside. And it's hilarious. The solution is they put this pipe, and they drilled through the concrete below the house, and they put a tiny fan like you'd have in your computer. Yeah, radiation therapy. We're just trying to cure cancer before it starts, right? They put this tiny fan that's constantly creating a negative pressure under the foundation of the house. Even though it's all dirt, it'll still create a negative enough pressure that the gas actually gets thrown into the air. And there's not that much of this gas. It's just that it collects, right? So it throws it just straight up into the air, above your house, and just goes out. And that's enough. That's enough to prevent horrible, debilitating illnesses. And you wonder how many people got screwed up, and all they had to do was every once a day just take a broom to a corner of their room, and they would have been fine. These zombies don't have to worry about radon, though. They're zombies. Don't worry about other things. I mean, what would a zombie worry about? He'd be like, "Ah, man, I got grave worms in my arm." Yeah, parts of the region do have high concentrations of radon, which is why when I moved here, the real estate agent recommended getting a test, which was a very good idea. Because if I didn't, I'd be down here slowly dying of cancer. So, there's to getting out the charcoal and testing the radon. Oh man, this guy's armor is toast. Alright, we need to get super serious mode here for a couple seconds and kick these guys' asses. Die. Alright. Dead again. Good to know. Come on, we gotta not miss here. Deleted link. I'm not sure what you're trying to post there, Nathaniel. You can always PM me. I'll throw it in chat for you. We need to get up there. Let's take a look at that. What do we got over here? Oh, is that Craft the World? Yeah, that's Craft the World. So what are we looking at here? You've got some serious stuff going on here. I do not have better TTV. Other picture? This one? Crap. I don't see it. I just see a bunch of dwarves. This one I'm guessing then. This what we're looking at here? Yeah. Oh man, look at those guys. You got them. You got them totally surrounded. Yeah, you poke those guys. They're scared too. Look at that. They're not having a good day. He's totally running. He's running. He's stunned and running. And then we got this guy with this badass like skull helmet over here. Like, what did he even kill to get that? Alright. Bones, are you calling Sam a weasel? I mean, come on, man. Be nice. Fangshire Helm. Oh, okay. That's... What kind of beast has a skull that large, though? I'd be a little scared. Also, you got the war dogs out there? Good on you. Those guys are really helpful. Yeah, I wouldn't... Like, I don't know Sean, alright? I have never talked to him. I don't know much about him. I'm just saying, I wouldn't call him a weasel. Anybody who spends their time working on a game deserves a little leeway on some of that. But you're saying, basically, they're looking at getting production support from EA. That seems strange. Well, yeah, I agree with you, Dethonal. Like, that actually sounds like a great idea. When I can't get those archers, I'll run out there with those dogs and get them. But you have to understand, EA 2D at that time was doing more independent stuff. Like, we did Fancy Pants Adventures on Xbox Live Arcade. We had some good stuff going on. So it wasn't like, you know, we were going in front of, or they were going in front of a bunch of executives and pitching some big budget title. It was more, they were going in front of one person at a steakhouse and just being like, hey, we want to make this game, we need like a certain amount of money, and we want help. Like, it was more about, you know, can you do the marketing? Can you help us make this good? It wasn't, how can we, you know, get money out of this, or some horrible thing like that. It was, how can we make this exist? You know, like we need to eat and have food in our stomach and pay for, you know, life expenses. So I wouldn't be too hard on him. Is just what I'm saying. Oh, Weasel's what he goes by? Alright, so I'm not being like overly defensive. I'm just overreacting. Nice. Sorry. See, that shows just how little I know about Sean. Which also should show how much of a new game this thing is. That it's totally basically new people and new direction on everything. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. I sound like I'm from Wisconsin. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Alright, we finished off all those guys. That's good, but we need this guy not to die is the big thing here. Come on. Okay, is there any way to run away? No, Wolf can't run. We need to get next to the Necromancer. We need to end that Necromancer. End him. And then maybe... the Fangshire is a northern tiger's skull. Are there northern tigers? Is that an actual enemy? Or is that just a thing in real life that I'm ignorant about? Like, oh yeah, they're northern tigers. You didn't know about those? Shit. Oh yeah, they come out every Tuesday. They're actually really nice, cuddly critters. Alright, we're gonna kind of sit here a little bit. I don't want to move too much because there's a lot of dead people that are gonna come back from the dead. Can't run or won't. He's lost his shield. So the question is, should I kill the Necromancer or should I kill his Viterganger? Let's... Whoa! Whoa! I think I should kill the Necromancer. Yeah, we got the Zombros coming back here. That's what I was afraid of. We gotta be able to kill them basically on the same turn that they... Yes! Take his head off! Now they come back. Otherwise, we're gonna have Wolf dying on us, and I don't want Wolf dying on us. Switch to guns. They're too close for missiles. Very good. Huge fan of Think games. Weasel most popular and before willing. Always have been. Well, you fixed the parentheses around everything. Well, Bones. I almost have no idea what you're talking about. But that's cool. You seem like a chill dude. I think we'd be friends. He's just smacking our guys. Alright, we got the necromancer. Now to get his little minions toasted. Let's get our... switch back to missiles. And these guys are going to come back, I think, regardless of if there's a necromancer or not. Because zombies do that. They just kind of stand back up. They're the undead. They do the undead thing, which is be not dead when they should be dead. And that's a problem, because we want them to stay dead, because they should be dead, because they're corpses. And corpses should be in the ground, and they should also not be alive. Alright, we got him. They had bread on him. He had one piece of toast. The necromancer in the lair of despair. One slice of bread. Well, fuck. We'll eat it. It's gonna spoil in one day. So we got one piece of bread. It's got mold growing on it. I'm dead. We'll try to fix that. I think they got a cream for that now. You just kind of put it all over you. And then you'll be better. Just like that. So we gotta go back to the council and tell them we killed the dude. First, let's level up our guys. Hey, we got level ups. Kunald. Not awful. Actually good. What the fuck happened to this mercenary band? We actually became decent. Well, that whole dead thing, yeah. Well, we're gonna sew on a few limbs. We always knew you wanted like a third or fourth arm. So we're gonna get him. Get him just for you. I could burn it in if that's any help. Alright, somebody at the front line. Somebody taking a lot of hits. Kunald. We need him to make hits, not actually get hit. So we're going to level him up and get some extra stat points. And these stat points are going to help us with our accuracy. And there's going to be a time when it's like that 3%. That 3% is all the percent that we need. Same thing for this guy. Like, getting the extra stat points here, basically. We fucked up that because we clicked on the wrong thing. Getting the extra stat points is going to really help. I'm saying that because I believe it, not because it's accurate. And the more emphatically I say it, like, it's a big deal, is more that I have no freaking clue if it actually does anything good for us. And the more I'm trying to convince myself that I do actually know what I'm saying when I don't. So amazing. Alright, so the necromancer is dead. He's been saving for this. He's been saving money. You think it's going to be an item, and maybe an amulet or something mysterious, but instead it's a pile of gold. We're mercenaries. That's Christmas. Well, Bones. So you're saying 2D cross-sectional perspectives used to draw gunfights as though we were such... Yeah. Very good. Like, we have no tools. Cool. No tools. No problem. What did you used to draw those fights in? Like back in school, I didn't know how to draw anything. So like I would draw these like little war animations back in I would draw them in PowerPoint. because that was the only software I had that could even draw anything. So what you draw your stuff in? God, this music is so good. Let's see what we got here. Oh, that looks like Madness Combat. Oh, shit. That's totally Madness Combat. That is Newgrounds. Hardcore right there. Even the monkey. Even got the Worms logo. Holy shit, so much Worms I've been getting back then. No, I'm literally talking about Microsoft PowerPoint for drawing. I made animations in that. You set the frames to 0, and what you do is you just draw all the things. And we would draw, yeah, exactly. We'd do vector art in PowerPoint. We'd draw little shitty planes, bombing things, and all sorts of stuff. And it was actually really cool. People really liked it. Well, no, people didn't actually like it. People thought I was disturbed and crazy, but I liked it, which is what matters to me, because what matters to me is me. But we had a lot of fun doing that. Me and my brothers. I've got 2 other brothers and a half brother and a half sister, and the 2 other brothers are the ones who I'm close to in terms of age, and we did a lot of that stuff. It was good times. So we've got a decent band of mercenaries going on here. Like, we've been taking some beatings. I've been doing some stupid shit. Like, I take crazy as a compliment. I take crazy as a modifier. Like a plus 25. I'll take that. We're actually at the point where I can sell decent stuff and get decent returns. So we're going to get some basic tools, because we need basic tools. I mean, we need to repair our armor, we need to repair our dudes, and we need to find a good job. So, Torvalholm, we're going to do that. We're going to go get a job, because we don't have a job. We're jobless. Vagabonds. Crazy peoples. And they don't want us for a job because we're too dumb for them. So we're going to take a look. What we want to look for is if there's any armor that fits into the basic bill. So 110, 110, 115. I can't click. 90. So we have a need for basically 2 decent pieces of mail here. I'm not talking about like mail as in terms of a person who we want as eye candy. I'm talking about pieces of metal. Alright, Karakan. Go have a day. I'll be dipping out of here as soon as I run out of whatever I'm running on right now. No, Scorp, I do not believe that they have actually good smithing skills or repair skills. It's basically, I hire people who don't die. And the repair skills are not getting hit. Just having tools basically passively repairs all your equipment. If there is a skill here of like having daytailers, armorers, weaponsmiths, armorsmiths who repair things faster, I am ignorant of that skill and that ability. And I would expect somebody like the Throttle to enlighten me for being such an ignorant person, for not knowing. Obviously, I'm missing all these things that I should know. This is 95. Why am I replacing it? There we go. So we need just a lot more money. Though the question is, how much more can we get out of these guys? It's 110, 110. Dying is a skill. Well, it's dying with style, right? Like, you can die anyhow. You can die tripping over anything. You can just like, oh, there's a rug there, and you trip and you hit your head on the ground and you're dead. But to die with style, right? Like, that's a skill that's very difficult to acquire because most people only die once. And if you die multiple times, well, let's get drunk about it. If you die multiple times, you probably have like secondary things. Didn't think of myself as an artist, really. Just it. Sounds like Bones. Didn't think of yourself as an artist. Just did it because of ideas. Drawing was an outlet for ideas. But having it all just be in my head and I can't get out, it needs to leave. High school was not like that for me, sir. I built flamethrowers, I built catapults, I built stuff like that. And I went out and did that. I was not an artist. I was an engineer. So no, I'm sorry. I don't know how that felt, even close. We strapped people to the top of cars in gorilla suits. To scare people. That's what we did. We didn't do that. But I understand, in some form at least, that art and artistry, at least in those years, is very much about, or is seeded by, misunderstanding and wanting to express yourself. And while I express myself in flame and destruction, you express yourself paintings and drawings. I did not. Well, I downgraded my my engineering skills from flames and explosions to lines of code. I can directly control now the universe that is mine. It's a simpler, less devastating environment. So should we become caravan guards? Yeah, alright. We'll do this. We'll be caravan guards. But I'd like tools first. Do you have tools? You do not have tools. Do you have anything that I need? You've got oatmeal. We love oatmeal. We're all about the mush in the morning. If you have a grandpa, ask him what mush is, and he'll show you what mush is. And you're not gonna want to eat it. So we're standard caravan hands now. And no bones. That's not overly dramatic. Like you gave up on art. You gave up on art. Well, it's in you. Being creative, that is. Don't give up on it completely. Like, you can... Even me, stupid art engineer guy, stupid in terms of art is what I'm going to throw out there. Even I can be creative at times. Even I want to go do things that are artistic. If you got the bug, if you got the itch, go scratch it. Go do your thing, man. You're in college. One day in industrial engineering. I have no idea what industrial engineering has to do with anything. Are you gonna go build bridges and roads? Because if you are, hell, the roads outside my house need some fucking work. Like, instead of fixing them, they just put a sign that says rough road out there. And I'm just like, dude, I pay taxes. I'm not making a whole shitload of money right now. I'm making jack shit. But I still pay taxes. And, I still need that road fixed. An engineer could go and, like, actually make sure that road doesn't get all shitted up in the winter. Put some thought into that. To be like, well, maybe the snowplow shouldn't deploy the road-ending blades in areas where it doesn't need it. Maybe? Nah. Brigands set fire to the pub, you say? That sounds like just a regular customer in these parts. We managed to find these vagrants are hiding, so you see, look at them. It's a simple task. We want you to go kill every last brigand there. Are you willing to? Yes, I would actually love to murder people. This sounds like exactly what I want to do. Also, what I kind of want, like what this game is lacking in some ways, is I want a bard on my team. I want somebody who doesn't actually do jack shit for my party, but is there for like that moral support. We're gonna wait until morning, because in morning we're gonna be able to shoot things. If we had like some moral support, I'd feel better. Eight against 12. This is not a fair fight. I don't give a shit about fair fights. Also, I think this is the last fight before we're done with the stream, because I'm getting pretty damn tired. Morale is super important. Yeah. I just want a bard, because he'd be back there playing like some epic battle dirge for us, like dun-dun, like this music right now. And we could put a face on that. So to move up, throw out a wall. And we're gonna see what they're gonna do, because they don't have any archers. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, that's everybody in their entire company. So we have the advantage. They literally cannot move up on us unless we allow them to move up on us. So we're gonna post up and do the smart actions here, because the dumb actions have been costing us a lot of